I say this to feminists all the time. My biggest argument against feminism, and I get a lot of them, I say, listen, I have no problem with women being equal under the law. In fact, you already are. I'd argue you have benefits under the law. If you look at divorce law or custody law, I can't think of a single law where a man has an advantage over a woman. Not one.
I can think of one.
What is it?
Men can be bare-chested in public.
I stand corrected.
It's literally the only one.
I stand corrected. I stand correct.
That's the only
I stand
one
corrected. I think we can fix that one for the ladies if they want to have a go at it. But in general, I think we're already equal under the law. I don't believe in the gender pay gap. That's been debunked a billion times. But I sit there and I say to these feminists who say that we don't need men for anything. I had an argument with a feminist. She goes, "Why do we even need men?" I said, "Listen, my dear," which she hated, "my dear, you need men to defend feminism. Because we're sitting here and arguing and we're differing on opinions. And there's 4 of you women, and there's here by myself, and we're differing. But if this argument were to become heated and fever pitch, and let's say you were to attack me with an ashtray, right? And I were to defend myself, the only chance you 4 would stand is calling a man, a police officer, to come and protect you. You need men to stand up for your ideals. You want a feministic society, but if another country comes to destroy you, you need men to go fight in that army. If there's going to be crime in your feministic society, you need men to turn up and deal with it. The only reason feminism survives is because men will allow you to have your idea and defend your idea for you. When the Taliban took back Afghanistan, the reason that the local people that the USA had trained, the Afghani Defense Force, the reason the ADF gave up so quickly is because they looked around at the ideals they were defending and realized this is bullshit. Imagine this. America are there. They're giving you money. You're not really even in a war. You're sitting around with a gun. Taliban are just chilling. It's pretty easy, right? America leave. Taliban start mobilizing up. You're standing there next to a girls' school with your AK. You're going to look at the girls' school and go, fuck it. And you're going to quit. Why are you going to fight for that girls' school? Now, feminism's so real. Why don't the girls fight for their school? Oh, it turns out that when there aren't men prepared to die for feminism, it all goes away. When aren't men prepared to defend the feministic ideal, then feminism's not even a real thing. You need men who are prepared to die for this garbage. So when a feminist goes, what do we need men for? For feminism. Because when the women had to defend their own school, guess what happened? It closed down. It's not even a real concept. Men are always going to be the physical bottom line of society. Violence is always going to be the unfortunate underpinning of civilized society, and men are simply more capable of violence. So any idea you hold, any idea you want in your mind, understand that any idea, any law, and all of these things are underpinned by violence. You're only allowed to have the idea because society has said so. If they say you're not allowed it and you continue to have it, sooner or later they'll become violent against you like they have against me. That's what happens. So when feminists sit there and say we don't need men, they are just so brutally ignorant to the fact that, yes, you do. You wouldn't be able to function or have an opinion differing to a man in society if there weren't men prepared to defend you. So absolute and utter bullshit.
This is the thing. The concept of privilege has been bastardized a lot over the last few years, but you truly have to be in an incredibly privileged position to even ask that question as to why is one of the sexes even necessary. But it goes for either one, right? You're living in unicornia if you can't even think in your brain, and you've been living there for a long time, if you can't even perceive in your brain as to, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I feel this way, but yeah, actually, if I think, yeah, okay, yeah, men are necessary. Oh yeah, actually women are, yeah, we need both.
And that's the thing. And I'll sit here and say, as the #1 most hated fucking misogynist on the internet, because they say I'm something I'm not, I always say women are beautiful, women should be protected. You should protect and provide for your woman. We need women. Relationships are beautiful. Family is beautiful. I never sit here and say, I never sit here and say that women are not necessary. Whereas the other side are saying the complete opposite, saying that men should be euthanized. And they're all over social media. Yeah. It's crazy, man. On my last emergency meeting, because I'm on Rumble now, for anyone who's asking where I am, YouTube deleted me. I've moved to rumble.com, rumble.com/Tate speech. I did an emergency meeting there, and there was a story about 5 women who made up a story that they were sexually assaulted at a party by a guy purely because they didn't like him. And they kept the story up the entire summer. Wow. The guy was kicked out of school, was arrested, had to pay a bail before eventually, when the pressure got up, all 5 of them admitted that they literally completely made it up because they didn't like him. He lost his school, lost his job, he was suicidal, he was spent 2 months in jail, etc. Guess what? All 5 of them are still on Instagram. Of course. I'm not. What did I say? I literally said, the reason I am now a misogynist is because I literally said that I believe men are better at parking cars than women. Because the number of times I've been with a woman trying to park a car, and she's like, please do it for me. And I'm like, okay, no problem. And I do it for her because I'm a fucking gentleman. That's That's why I'm misogynistic. It's great. Or saying that I should defend a woman because I'm physically stronger. That's why I'm misogynistic. It is insane.
Yeah.
It is clown world. And the women who stand up and try and argue against me, they're feeble attempts at exceptions trying to disprove the rule or some garbage. Listen, there's nothing wrong with accepting that men and women are different. Yep. We have different skills, different strengths. Women are better at some things than men. Absolutely or not. I completely believe that. There are some things I will only trust a woman with and I will not trust a man with. Yep. I say this all the time. They ignore all of that. They ignore it and to find the one time I said about parking and they won't shut up about it. It's truly incredible. And this all goes down to the slave mind and people not wanting to understand and accept the reality of situations. And it's scary.